Celebrations! Don't buy it. Everyone has been eagerly anticipating this new 25th anniversary set from Pokemon, but a bunch of the cards have been released and they look terrible. Now, just a disclaimer, these cards aren't 100% confirmed, but they have been released through various credible sources that have leaked cards before, which later came out. So they're almost certainly legitimate leaks. And if you look at the cards themselves, they have very intricate holo patterns and printing that would be extremely difficult to replicate. In this first photo, we see this Mega Rayquaza EX, which is a card that already exists, but they've added some shiny glitter holo on it, similar to the McDonald's promos which came out earlier this year. Personally, I think they look okay, but I'm not really blown away. Then there's a shiny Magikarp, which is just a reprint of the old one with this new glitter pattern. There's a Luxray EX with the same pattern, and then there's this base set Charizard. Now, if we compare this to the Japanese version, I don't know, I feel like it looks much worse. And look, I get it. The base set Charizard is iconic, but like, do we really need another one? There's already so many, and this is just another one which doesn't really add too much to the card. Then there's the base set Blastoise and Venusaur cards, which I think is fine since they haven't been reprinted as much as the Charizard. There's a birthday Pikachu, which I think is really cute and makes sense. But then here is where it starts to get really terrible. There's a regular non-holo Palkia in this set. Now I love Palkia and I think it's a great Pokemon, but this card is just so boring. In such a small set, you would hope that they have really cool or interesting new cards, but this is just boring filler cards which no one really cares about. The same thing with Lugia. I think this card art looks nice, but how awesome would it have been if this was a full art, or at least had some interesting concept behind it? Once again, the same with this Yveltal. Like, these would be bulk cards in a regular set. Why would they put this into the special 25th anniversary set? This Groudon, which is a reprint, they at least made holo, but I don't think it looks very good. And then there's this Ho-Oh, which once again is a boring filler card. There's a regular Xerneas, which is trash, a glitter reprint of the Xerneas, which is okay, I guess. Then they have a Donphan in the set. This one at least has a holo border, which they saved for the Donphan for some reason. Then there's a regular Reshiram, boring. Here we see a regular Groudon and a Kyogre. This honestly is just depressing, because these are among my favorite Pokemon and I know they're fan favorites, since so many people grew up in this era. And honestly, both these cards look really boring. My only hope is they come out with some amazing alternate art versions of these cards in the subset. On the next page, we have a Mewtwo EX reprint with some holo. There's also a reprint of the Tapu Lele GX with holo foil. This and the Mewtwo were very significant in the actual card game, so that's probably why they're here, but not really too amazing for collectors. There's a holo Claydol, which I don't know why is here. Like, who gives a shit about Claydol? The next card is this Rocket Zapdos reprint, which I think looks pretty cool, I guess. And then there's this Reshiram. Now, this is a reprint of the full art Reshiram from Black and White. Now, the original card I think looks great. It's really clean, and I love how the minimal colors work together nicely. But this reprint has that huge, ugly 25th anniversary stamp on it, which just ruins the entire aesthetic of the card. I really don't know why they've done this. I have the same thoughts on most of the cards, but I think this one really highlights how stupid of an idea this was. What was the need to have these big, ugly stamps on the cards? Like, I'd much rather just get the original version. For the 20th anniversary set, Generations had this beautiful RC subset with some of the most amazing and iconic artworks in the TCG. Even the regular non-full arts look great, unlike some of the garbage I've already seen in this set. None of those had ugly stamps on them. I just don't understand why it was necessary. They could have just done a small icon or writing next to the set logos at the bottom to show that it's from the 25th anniversary set. Then there's a holo reprint of Rocket's admin, not sure why this is here. There's a holo reprint of Dark Gyarados, which I think actually looks decent. There's a Cosmoem where I think you can see a younger Lily in the background, which is pretty cute. And then there's a Cosmog with Lily when she's older. I think these two are pretty nice and they're similar to the Generations Charizard evolution line, which grows with the character. But regardless, I think commons in this special anniversary set are just a waste. Then there's a Zekrom, which I haven't found a clearer photo of unfortunately, but I mean, it just looks like a boring regular common. There's a Here Comes Team Rocket holo, which is based off the original. I really don't know why this is in Celebrations when we've already had a reprint of it in Evolutions. Like, what are they doing? Imagine instead we got an English version of this Japanese promo. Bruh. There's a common Dialga, which similar to the Palkia is just disappointingly boring. Then finally, there's obviously that Golden Mew, which got leaked a little while ago. This is probably the best leak so far, and yeah, it does look really cool in its shiny form, but it still has that ugly logo, which doesn't really make sense to me. It's a new card, and it's not like someone will confuse it with a non-stamped original version, right? In summary, I think Celebrations so far seems to be one of the most disappointing sets I've seen, especially for a special anniversary set. There's just too many regular commons and the reprints look really boring. I was looking forward to seeing some amazing alternate arts and full arts, similar to the one Pikachu that got released. Like how amazing would it have been if we got some reimagined full art Charizard cards like these ones I found. Considering it's such a small set, it would have been so much better if it was just full of amazing cards. The stamps look really terrible. The Japanese ones I think look much better. They don't stand out as much and they just look much more classy and aesthetic. But regardless, I don't see why these big stamps were even necessary. Like, we get it, it's the 25th anniversary. Relax. Make it more subtle. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. I try to reply to everyone. Please like and subscribe, and I'll keep you guys updated with more leaks and Pokemon content soon. I really hope these leaks are just prototypes and that there have been or will be heaps of changes in the final product, because as it currently stands, this set kinda sucks.